Many individuals perceive $100,000 as merely a stepping stone on the extensive journey toward achieving $1 million. Consider this. Reaching your first six figures means you are already 1/3 of the way to $1 million, not just in terms of finances, but also in the time it represents. While it might seem unusual initially, the calculations involved are quite straightforward and enlightening. Be sure to stay with me until the conclusion, as by the end of this video, your perspective on your first 100,000 will be transformed. It's important to understand that the journey to building wealth often starts off slowly. At the beginning of your financial journey, it may seem as though you are saving continuously without making significant progress. Investing $100 a week may seem like a modest commitment, and you might notice gradual changes in your account balance, leading you to question the value of your efforts. The initial sluggishness can be a source of frustration for many, and it's precisely at this juncture that most individuals tend to abandon their efforts. While that initial stage may seem tedious, it is crucial to your overall journey, as it establishes the groundwork for compounding to begin its impactful role. By investing $100 weekly and achieving an 8% annual return, you could expect to accumulate your first $100,000 in approximately 12 years. After 12 years of dedication, perseverance, and steady effort, the reward is the emergence of that six-figure figure. At that juncture, numerous individuals often experience fatigue. There is a common perception that if it has taken 12 years to achieve the current milestone, it may require another 12 years to reach 200,000, and potentially 36 years to attain $1 million. However, that assumption is precisely where individuals often make mistakes, as compounding does not follow a linear trajectory. The upward curve is a pivotal factor that influences all outcomes. Do subscribe to our channel and also press the like button to know more financial insights. Once you achieve the milestone of 100,000, your capital begins to leverage itself more effectively than you might expect. A return of 8% on that investment translates to an annual earning of $8,000 for your portfolio, all without any additional effort on your part. That represents over 1.5 years of your personal contributions generated solely from growth. Your dedication and financial resources are now aligned, creating a synergy that transforms a gradual process into significant progress. From that moment on, the pace of progress accelerates, despite the fact that your savings remain unchanged. This is where the calculations become intriguing. Achieving 100,000 in 12 years indicates that this milestone accounts for 1/3 of the duration required to attain $1 million, which takes approximately 36 years. This perspective highlights the significance of the initial phase in your financial journey. You have made significant progress in terms of time, reaching 1/3 of your timeline, even though your financial milestones reflect only 1/10 of your goal. The initial phase focuses on dedication, whereas the subsequent phase is driven by expansion. By putting in the effort at the beginning, you set the stage for your finances to thrive in the future. After 18 years of investing, you can expect your balance to be approximately $200,000. You've made progress along the timeline, yet there's still a significant distance to cover to reach that $1 million mark. However, the most challenging tasks have been completed. At this juncture, the compounding curve begins to rise significantly. That's when the journey transitions from a gradual ascent to a phase of rapid progress. The foundation you've established provides your finances with the necessary momentum to increase at an accelerated rate year after year. In other terms, reaching the first 100,000 is akin to maneuvering a substantial snowball up a slope. The process can be gradual, exhausting, and at times may seem devoid of purpose. However, once that accumulation reaches a significant level and gains momentum, it begins to progress independently, increasing in both velocity and magnitude with each subsequent phase. That's precisely the situation with your investments. While the effort may not diminish over time, your ability to maintain consistency improves significantly. You can now enjoy the process of saving, as you find inspiration in the growth of your finances working for you. This is the pivotal moment when your perspective shifts entirely. At the outset, it's common to scrutinize all aspects. You may find yourself uncertain about the effectiveness of investing. However, once you surpass the six-figure mark, it serves as evidence that it is indeed achievable. You're observing the returns and the growth, and for the first time, it becomes clear that your account is beginning to generate more than your contributions. That represents a significant change in mindset, as you transition from merely earning income to having your investments actively generate returns for you. Let's explore this opportunity in greater depth. Upon accumulating $200,000, an 8% return yields an annual growth of $16,000, a figure that surpasses what many individuals can save in just 4 months of employment. Your financial resources have effectively generated an additional income stream, all without requiring any extra effort on your part. It's essential to consistently participate and maintain your investment strategy. At this juncture, the growth of your portfolio has the potential to exceed your personal savings contributions. Annually, the growth of your investments contributes more to your overall wealth than your salary does. At that point, the power of compounding truly starts to manifest. However, the reality is that many individuals fail to witness that transformation because they abandon their efforts prematurely. The initial stages can be particularly challenging on an emotional level. You're investing significant effort but reaping minimal returns. It's common to feel as though you're not advancing, yet in truth, you are establishing a solid foundation for significant growth. Charlie Munger once remarked, "The initial 100,000 is the most challenging, but it's essential to achieve it." He was entirely correct. Once you establish that foundation, every dollar you earn subsequently has the potential to appreciate at an impressive rate. However, there is an additional aspect that individuals frequently misinterpret: volatility. As your portfolio expands, the fluctuations can begin to evoke a sense of apprehension. A decline of 10% on an investment of $200,000 results in a loss of $20,000 on paper, which can understandably impact one's confidence significantly. Volatility should not be viewed as a foe, rather, it can serve as a valuable ally when approached with the right strategies. Each market downturn presents an opportunity to acquire additional shares at reduced prices. Continuing to invest during market downturns can lead to significant benefits, as those additional shares may yield positive returns when the market rebounds. Historical trends indicate that each significant downturn ultimately paves the way for new peaks. Individuals who maintained their commitment during challenging times ultimately achieved significantly larger portfolios compared to those who hesitated or succumbed to fear. The true essence of compounding lies in its ability to reward consistent efforts rather than the pursuit of perfection. There's no need to forecast market movements or attempt to time your investments perfectly. It's important to maintain your momentum and persist in your efforts. Beginning your investment journey sooner and maintaining your commitment over time will significantly enhance your potential for growth. The initial accumulation of the first $100,000 may require over 10 years, but the progression from that point to $1 million can occur much more rapidly, primarily driven by growth rather than sheer effort. Now, Watch the video appearing on the right side to know what exactly happens every time before your money explodes in compounding. Also subscribe to our channel to help us complete our goal of 11,000 subscribers.